What makes you tired? I think most of you don't even bother to think about what makes you tired. Unfortunately, a lot of people just accept, like, yeah, I'm just going to be tired most of the day. And that's just a part of life. I disagree. That's junk. Being tired, yes, there's going to be moments in the day where you're exhausted and tired and can't make it through. But the whole day, no. That's where you got to make some changes. That's where you got to reflect and say, what could it be? Could it be that your sleeping patterns are off? Could it be that eating is off, eating too much junk, drinking for some of you? Maybe you're not getting exercise. Maybe you're just dealing with too much stress. I don't know. There's a list of possibilities of what it could be, but you need to reflect, what can you do to make those changes? Because you guys know when you're exhausted and mentally drained, some things will take you 3 hours to get it done. But if you did that same activity when you're fresh and feeling good, that'll take you like 20 minutes. Think about it. 3 hours versus 20 minutes for the exact same activity? Yes, it's based off mental freshness. When you're you get distracted way easier when you're in zombie mode and tired and you have trouble focusing and you get distracted and what was I doing again? We've all been there. So what I say to you is, you could have taken like a 2-hour nap and then got it done in 30 minutes. And there, that would take you 2.5 hours total, 30 minutes to get it done, 2 hours of sleep. That'll save you 3 hours of clunky working and distraction and all that goodness. You got to rest up and recharge so then you can get it done. So that's the change you can make. And you got to realize, like, well, what's in my control? See, you can't control other people. That friend or that coworker who's always whining and complaining and making you feel miserable, you're not going to change them. But I will say, you can change you, and you can make sure that you're not around them when they're complaining. Or once they start ranting, you're like, peace, I'm out, I got stuff to do. That's too exhausting. And I know that you're like, I don't want to hurt a friend's feelings or whatever. Well, you have to decide what's more important. You being mentally exhausted after that conversation, or be like, nope, me being mentally fresh and energized is a higher priority. You guys got to decide what makes you feel good. You got to experiment with some things. You got to try some things. Maybe you got to try to get a new sleeping schedule. But here's the thing. You can't just try it once and be like, oh, it didn't work. I've heard of people I tried this diet. I tried it for like one whole day. Oh, it was miserable. And I'm like, well, you only tried it for one day? Is it possible that maybe the night before you didn't sleep well, or maybe you fell asleep at like 2 a.m, might have had something to do with you feeling like junk, and maybe it wasn't the diet? You gotta give it time. You gotta try something consistently for a week. I even say take a journal and say, do I feel better? Do I feel worse? And slowly work towards what gives me more energy, what makes me feel better, what makes me feel tired. Try and change it up a little bit. Because the more you do that, eventually you'll get to that point of feeling great. And that's what I want for all of you guys, man. So always think, what makes you tired? And then make some adjustments. What makes you feel good? Try to do more of that. You can accomplish anything you want as long as you want to sacrifice and put in the work. I believe in you. Go get them.